And so that woke me up. It was a big sucker punch, right? And it really got me to this place of feeling guilty, feeling even ashamed, being angry with myself because I thought that I could have done more to help him. Let's go. You are incredible. Your body has a purpose. Your life has a purpose. You were designed to live the best life possible. What's going on? Welcome to episode 1. This is Listen, You Are Not Defeated. I am your host, David Hernandez, and I'm pumped. I'm super excited. This is our first episode. We are doing this. Look, this show has been in the works for quite some time, and it was really about me getting to a place where I really wanted to understand truly what I wanted to bring to you all, the audience. So in today's episode, I just want to share a little bit about what this show is all about. I want to introduce who I am so you all can get to know a little bit more about me, but more importantly, what I am going to bring to you all as the audience. Because look, one of the things I'm most passionate about is bringing value in everything that I do, bringing insight, bringing purpose to every discussion. And so listen, you're not defeated. That is literally what I want you to know. You are not defeated. It doesn't matter where you're at, what you might be dealing with, what you might be going through. The purpose of this show is to really bring you inspiration, motivation, some insight to help you live a powerful life and not be defeated. So, who am I? What do I do? Why are we on this show, right? What is the purpose and why am I bringing this podcast to you all, the audience? Look, I've been in the health and fitness industry for a little over 15 years. And how I got started in my whole venture, I'm a health and fitness lifestyle coach and mentor. Had the privilege of working with many men and women from all walks of life, every, common blue collar worker, models, celebrities, actors, moms, single moms, business owners, right? I've been privileged and had the honor to do that throughout my 15 years and coach and mentor them to live a healthy and fit lifestyle. And so my journey really started back when I was 21 years old. Well, actually, let's go even further than that, right? We'll come back to that story, but it really started at a very young age when I was getting started identifying that I really love sports. So I started playing football when I was 8 years old. And from there, I played every other sport, basketball, baseball, soccer, you name it. I pretty much tried it or have attempted, except water polo and maybe lacrosse. But more importantly, I found a passion for sports. And so that drove me to really look into fitness and how the body works. I became fascinated with how a body can actually produce what it produces and how muscles can grow, right? So that led me into wanting to look into the bodybuilding side, working out, getting big, building muscle, because my whole life I was very skinny. I actually had that nickname given from my dad. It was called Skinny, or for those that speak Spanish, it was Flaco. And so anyways, that led me into really pursuing the industry of sports and stuff. And so growing up, I had a childhood best friend. We did everything together. Played sports together, went to the park together, hung out together. And one of the things with him was that he struggled with his health. He struggled with his weight. He was in an unhealthy weight. He was overweight, and he hated that. And so we would go to the gym together. I would give him as much insight as a 12-year-old, 13-year-old could give, right? I would research and kind of read the magazines and get educated as much as I can. But I really wanted to help him and encourage him and motivate him to live a healthier lifestyle. And so, like I said, we would go to the gym. And so through the years, I saw his suffering and I saw his pain of just not being comfortable with who he was, just not being satisfied with the life that he was living. And in that, I saw him suffer in silence. I saw him battle with destructive thoughts. I saw him battle with depression. I saw him battle with a lot of things of how he even dealt with his emotions, right? Through emotional eating and stress eating and taking out his emotions on everything that he could find. But I noticed it was unhealthy ways. And so After high school, we parted ways. I moved to Florida. I moved to Miami. He stayed in Texas. And, at the age of 21, I got a phone call. And that phone call was with bad news that he had passed away. He had gotten so desperate in his obesity, so desperate to get the weight off, that he went to get a gastric bypass surgery. 2 days later, he got an infection and he died. And so I lost my childhood best friend at the age of 21 to obesity. And so that woke me up. It was a big sucker punch, right? And it really got me to this place of feeling guilty, feeling even ashamed, being angry with myself, because I thought that I could have done more to help him. So after months of just kind of beating my head and feeling down on myself, I finally came to a realization. And I came to this conclusion that there was really not much more I could have done. He really needed to have put the emphasis and the effort to do whatever it took to be able to change his situation. And so I did, though, make a commitment at that point, because I was already pursuing health and fitness. I was on my own journey with working out and pursuing bodybuilding, and I was in culinary arts. I was pursuing nutrition. So I did make a realization, and I made a commitment with myself. And I never spoke it to anyone until recently, but it was really a personal commitment that if I knew of someone that was battling with unhealthy habits, with obesity, that was going through similar situations that my best friend did, if I knew them and I could do something to encourage them or to help them avoid going through what my best friend went through, I was going to do that. And so that's where my commitment came to really helping and encouraging and inspiring and motivating people to live a healthy and fit lifestyle. And so that's really where my full commitment came in, right? And so that led to getting certified as a personal trainer and just deep diving in the whole health and fitness as a lifestyle, not just as a physical sense, but really tapping into the mindset, the psychology, right, of what causes a person to be stuck in an unhealthy weight and be battling and not being able to release weight, not be able to achieve their health and fitness goals. And then dealing with even the personal, the more intimate side of things, which is what are people suffering with? Like the emotional eating piece, the stress eating, the boredom eating, right? And so I really deep dive into all of that. And so fast forward, we're here, right? To a certain extent. I want to share another story, but that's really what kind of drove my passion towards health and fitness, and really now puts me in a place to where I am passionate about helping people live a healthy and fit lifestyle, but more importantly, bringing hope to those that have lost hope, bringing encouragement to those that just feel that they can't achieve anymore, that their time has come, right? That they just need to accept who they are, that they just need to accept that they're maybe never going to be able to lose weight, that they're never maybe able going to be completely healthy, that they're maybe never going to achieve all their health and fitness desires. No, I am not going to accept that, because that is not the truth. Through my years of experience, I've been able to see people being transformed left and right, from losing hundreds of pounds to being able to become more mobile, removing limitations in their physical life, limiting beliefs, putting an end to emotional eating. And so through this podcast and through these shows, what I want to do is I want to bring insight, so that if you do find yourself being defeated in a certain area, we can give you the insight to get you back up so that you don't live defeated. So we're going to be talking about health. We're going to be talking about emotional eating. We're going to be talking about stress eating. We're going to be talking about fitness. We're going to be talking about mindset. We're going to be talking about how to bring stability to our emotions. And I will also occasionally be bringing on industry experts or people that I find very interesting, that have something that they can share with you, the audience. Because again, like I said, the most important thing for me is bringing value. I want you to get value through each one of these episodes. And so I will be bringing in special guests to share their insight and share their wisdom on how they could also possibly through their stories, inspire you to not live defeated. Back in 2018, I also had, my experience of really putting my health to the test. And that was a very big wake-up call. I went to Haiti on a missions trip, and we were there for 7 days. And on my way back, 5 days later, I was rushed to the emergency room, very, very sick. And so let me just to kind of backtrack a little bit. During that time before going to Haiti, I was the best shape probably of my life. I had the most amount of muscle. I was weighing probably about 240 pounds. I was just about 15, maybe to 16% body fat. I was looking at building even more muscle so that I could potentially compete. And so I was just really good, in really good shape. And so I went to Haiti. When we came back 5 days later, I was rushed to the emergency room, and I was really, really sick. We didn't know what the doctors didn't know what was happening. They didn't know what was going on with my body, but they just knew that there was something serious. They quarantined me and they did numerous tests. And after 6 misdiagnoses, we finally got a doctor who was in town from Puerto Rico. He walks in and he says, "Hey, I know exactly what you have. You have tropical viruses, and specifically you have dengue fever." And so I'll never forget what he said. He told me, "You're going to feel like you're going to die, and you might just die because there's nothing else that we can do. Now it's up to your body if it wants to fight to live." And he walked out. And that was it. That was the end of the conversation that I had with the doctor to know what was actually happening. And so there I am in the hospital, fever 108, 106. They could not bring it down. Feeling like my bones were crushing, because I later found out that dengue fever is a bone crushing virus. You literally feel like your bones are crumbling, and it also eats your muscles from the inside, and it starts to shut down your organs. And so at that point, one of my left lung, or my left lung rather, not one of them, my left lung stopped functioning. My kidneys were starting to stop functioning. I was starting to have other organs that were starting to become paralyzed and just shut down. And so I became one step away from hemorrhage. And the doctor said, "Look, there's nothing else we can do." And so there I was. And I remember just being in excruciating pain and just wondering what is going to happen with my life. And so as the days pass, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, and finally, on the 10th day, I started to feel better. And they ran some tests, and the doctor came in and he said, "You beat dengue fever. You've just beat these tropical viruses." My platelets were so low. My red blood count was so low. But that's when they started to know that I defeated it, was because my vitals and my platelets started to go up again. Blood count started to go up again. And so he said, "You made it. You beat it." But then he also said, if it wasn't because you were healthy and you had the muscle mass that you had, you probably wouldn't made it. You wouldn't have made it out alive. I like to say, if it wasn't for God, and if it wasn't because I was healthy and fit, and because I put my health as a priority always through my life, I wouldn't have made it. That put my health to the test. I can personally, by experience, say that living healthy and putting your health first and making it a priority can literally save your life from an unexpected circumstance. But more importantly, if you're ever tested or challenged, you'll be able to defend yourself, and your body will be able to protect you, right? And so in that moment, I literally felt a question being stirred up in my thoughts. And it was, well, now that you have a second chance of life, what are you going to do with it? And that question really impacted me. It smacked me in the face, and it put me to analyze, well, what does this question really mean? Up until 2018, I was really only working on a private level when it came to health and fitness and coaching and mentoring. It was very exclusive or elite clients that I was taking on. And in that moment, that question really made me reflect. What am I doing? And it was almost as if I was being asked, are you really doing everything that you can do with what you've been given? And I realized that I wasn't. I felt bad. And I said, I've been given a lot of insight and wisdom, and I've been able to help others through their health and fitness journey and lifestyle, and just impact them and help them change their habits, their mindset, and just live better lives. But I wasn't doing enough. That's where I really made a commitment once again, where Body by Purpose was born, my company. Many of you that know about me know that I've got a fitness business, Body by Purpose, and also a academy, which is Elite Champion Fitness Academy. But that's where all of this was birthed. I said, I need to speak about this. And that's where I publicly started speaking about what I did. And I started really going after making a commitment to help more people become health and fit, and just help them with their destructive habits and their destructive limiting beliefs, and just help them change their lifestyle completely. Fast forward, we're here now. This is where Listen, You Are Not Defeated was born as well. And I just really want to encourage you, stay plugged in. I want to encourage you to connect with me every week. Every week I will be bringing out a new episode. First, also a video through YouTube, and also podcast. You will be able to stream it on Spotify and Apple Play, and everywhere where you can download the podcast, you'll be able to find this particular show. So I just want to invite you. I want to invite you to plug in, to stay tuned for all the coming episodes. I'm super excited for you to be joining me on this journey as I even explore stories and I explore other people's stories. I am a big believer in storytelling. I believe that we can learn a lot from each other, from sharing people's experiences and just sharing stories of each one of our lives and our experiences and our journeys. And that is what this show is all about. And I hope you enjoy it. Please, any questions that you might have, send me your questions, send me your comments. If you want to know more about me, you can visit my website, www.davidhernandez.co, davidhernandez.co, and also find me on YouTube, find these episodes every week on YouTube, download me on Spotify, download the show. And I just hope to stay connected with you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Episode 1 of Listen, You're Not Defeated. I'm your host, David Hernandez, and I will see you on the next episode. Stay tuned, be blessed, and remember, you are incredible. I'll see you soon. Peace.